Hello, 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 and welcome to Smile and Spread a Little Joy. We were all born to smile, and my name is Deborah, by the way, and I'm known as the Smile Lady. You're probably the Smile Man, the Smile Woman. You were born to smile. It's up to you to just tap into what your gift is and your purpose. That is your smile, believe it or not. Now, like with every show, I like to break down that smile. And that smile is support, motivate, invest, love, and educate. Every guest on my show has a smile to share. It may not be the same way you smile. They have a smile to share. And it is their purpose. And it's not how you start this race, it's how you finish. Because let me just give you a fact. You can Google it if you want to. When you were born, the world changed. When you leave, the world will change again. What you do in between there is up to you. Support, motivate, invest, love, and educate. We break that down, you share it. Which one is your strong suit? Maybe it's all five, smile and spread just a little bit of joy. So without any further ado, I have someone that's going to make you smile from a whole different direction. We're going real on you right now, what we need to do. And Stoney will do that. And me as the Smile Lady, I was touched by him. We saw a common friend, Leonard Dixon, LD, all these nicknames, me, the Smile Lady, Deborah. And that brought us together. And there will be more series like this. He will be on again, trust me. And the smile he has to share touched my heart. So Stoney,
thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
And I'm just met you the other day in that urgent situation with our common friend,
Right.
Leonard Dixon. And what I want to do is know about you, and then we're going to get real with the other part of the smile. Okay, so what is it that you love doing so much? You would do it even if you didn't get paid, and you wish people maybe would have tapped into it at a younger age.
Trying to better my community, city of Pasadena, with the black youth, really with the gang problems, in the community. And another thing that really kills me is the police killing blacks. Innocent blacks. I lost a lot of friends, by that. So, I took it up on myself, me and a couple of friends, to try to give back to the community, try to help in any way possible. I know the summertime coming up, so we got a couple of other things going, try to keep the neighborhood and the youngsters on the right path, and not fighting amongst themselves and killing,
Black on black
Black
crime.
on, yeah, that's one thing,
it.
right? That black on black crime, that really kills me. The reason why I say that, I used to be a former gang member, and I feel responsible that I got to give back, because I was here when it started, from
That's
the first
what I'm
generation.
Talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a blessing that how we met, and that really kind of like touched me, because it was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Yes,
I
it
met
was.
LD in the streets. I told people my job starts in the streets. My audition is in the streets. When I go around, I'm always looking for someone with a smile. And that smile may not be the way you think the smile should be.
Right.
I'm sorry. I grew up with brothers that were in the gang. I grew up in the projects. I've been homeless. I've been in jail. I mean, it's not how you start.
It's how you
it's
finish.
how you finish.
Yes,
and what
ma'am.
you're doing to give back. Some people maybe after what they did, PhDs and this and that and the other, and I went to an Ivy League doing nothing.
Right.
But then you get somebody that's been through some hard times,
Oh, my
then they may be in the streets doing way more. So what are you doing with that knowledge? Yes, I got my master's, working on my doctorate, this, that, and the other. But I'm telling you, get real sometime, babe. Because sometimes we could be educated fools. And with this, that's what touched me when you were talking in the room where we were concerned about our brother there
Right.
even making it.
Right.
you know, throwing them out on the street, you know, homeless
Yeah, yeah,
and this
that
and the other. That bothered me a lot. And you said you were in the gang and said, look, I got to tell these kids that they can't go this route. So what type of programs and support system are you working on to work with the youth?
Well, you know, I got a few friends that I know, like somebody, like the other day, a young gang member, I used to be with his mother, and she's like, well, hear my son's music. You know, he could rap. You know, all the kids like to rap now. And I have, you know, some personal friends that's like in the industry. And I ain't took the time yet. Some of my relatives, the relatives, I was like, you know, I got one of the kids' videos. I'm probably calling him tomorrow. I'm gonna send it to him, be like, hey, tell me what you think of this.
Oh, yeah, and I could probably run the video.
Just like Amarion, the guy killed over there in the projects.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, like him. He was one of the ones that he was just gonna start working with. And then he got killed. He probably would have probably been rich, right? You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Oh, man.
And, yeah. So not just him. I know the game. They be wanting to come to Pasadena and do a whole lot of stuff. But I told him let's kind of like clean up our backyard a little bit. So
Yes, definitely.
and make a lot of stuff for these guys available. Just, you know, trying to give back to the community. I had it hard in the community growing up being a gang. I remember being to prison several times, and you get older, you get wiser, and you know, you feel it's that time, you know, start trying to. Because I got grandkids. One of my grandsons say, hey, I want to grow up to be like you. I told him, no, you want to be better than me. I don't never want you to hear you say that.
Do that.
Never.
You know, a teacher shouldn't say, okay, I want you to be like me. We should raise each generation to be better than we were and learn from our mistakes. I'm glad you said that.
That's why, you know, that's what I told him. I said, man, I don't never want to hear you say like that, you know, say that you want to be like me. Because I had it rough. I've been to prison 8 times. You know, I want you to be better than me. You're an athlete. Try to, you know, do something to help your mother. You know, you got the potential to do it. Take advantage of it.
How many kids do you have?
I have 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls.
Okay, good.
Got like 8 grandkids with 1 on the way. So.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. This is so you are impacting these generations. It's going to be around at least another 100 years.
Right. And I try to, you know, work with my grandkids and keep them on the right path.
The other day you were rushing out because you had to go pick up your grandchild.
Exactly, and I had to pick him up today. And
He could have come down here probably.
He would have loved to came down. He'd have seen this. He was like, Papa.
Yeah, see?
You know.
That would have been so cool to have him
But,
down
you know,
here.
basically, I have a lot of work cut out for me here in the city of Pasadena. I moved back here just so I can reach out to people. And by me being an OG, you know, a lot of these youngsters will listen. You know, some gonna listen, some gonna be hard-headed. You know.
In anything, my kids don't even listen to me. Other people will listen to you probably more than your own kids. And that's the one thing that I want to say. I just admire you and how everybody. Because here's the thing. This is so funny. Here's how we met.
Right.
What happened, people? I was listening to a show. Somebody sent me a link to Think Big. KGLH show with, I think, Reverend Jackson or something on it. I've never saw that show before. And I had Leonard Dixon on my show 2 years ago. I hadn't seen him since. No, he popped in one day when I was taping a TV show, but I hadn't talked to him since, about 2 years ago. Then all of a sudden I hear this voice that called in. There was a caller, said they were in the hospital. They were about to be transferred to hospice. His name was Leonard Dixon. I knew him as Leo.
Right.
I said, wait a minute, is that the same person? So I called the number I had. It was disconnected. I blasted it on Facebook. And
got all kind of hits.
Got so many hits. Guy Ritchie, you know, thank you so much. And this and this. So I said, okay, I had something planned.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Yeah. So I said, I had something else planned. But something told me to say, drop that and go straight to Huntington.
Right.
And I met you, and the people were just coming in.
And then it was like a coincidence. I got a phone call from one of my older homies. He lived in Oklahoma, Big Bill. He said, Stoney, Leonard ain't doing so well. Go down there and holler at him.
See?
And tell him I'll be there in a couple of weeks. And then one of my cousins that grew up out here, but he lived in the state of Illinois. He said, "Man, you heard about LD?" I said, "Big Bill just called me. I'm gonna go down there."
See,
So,
it was like it was clicking to all of us all at the
right,
same
right,
time.
right.
And you know, I've seen on the news where they just take the homeless and throw them out on the street. And I said, not on my watch. So I went down there, and it was almost like, you know, they were going to release him. He didn't even have a place. You were there.
I was there, yeah.
You were
He
there.
didn't have nowhere to go.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
I said, excuse me. As soon as I took out my camera, everything
Stop.
started moving and said, okay, he got all of a sudden a miracle. He got a place to stay.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't feel that he had all this support that was just streaming through there.
And Leonard told me it was over 200 people that have been down
Yes,
there. It's been all over the Facebook.
Everything. I was
He's
like,
well loved. You know, he's a good guy. I went to high school. He's a couple years older than me, but you know, I did what I said, and it's like I said, it's a coincidence that we met.
Exactly, exactly. And the thing, when he was on my show, if you want to go to YouTube and see the show that Leonard Dixon was on, it's Debra-Smilelady Johnson, and Leonard Dixon interview that I did, I think May 2016.
Right.
So it hasn't been quite been 2 years, and I just recently saw him in the hospital. But one thing that touched me that he says, I made some bad choices. He didn't put it on, no, Stoney, you know, he made me do this, and then such and such pinched my ear and made me do. He said, I made some bad choices. Take responsibility. You know the difference between a boy and a man? A boy will take credit for all the good and blame the bad on somebody else.
A man gonna take
A
responsibility.
man will take responsibility
That's right.
for what he did. And the same with a girl and a woman. You take responsibility. Okay, I did it. Now what do I do to turn around? And that's what I love. Look, I was in a gang. I've been in prison. I can't let this generation go. Boom, let's turn it around.
Because you know, all this killing and stuff, they killing amongst each other. I feel responsible for a lot of that. You know, and they doing it over stupidity.
Yeah, and look at little kids getting killed. Shooting at a car, shooting at somebody. Don't have an aim. Get the gun away if you don't want. And boom, little kids, 3 years
And
old,
then
11 years old.
The worstest problem I have out here is police. They just want to gun a black man down like it's legal. Slavery
Well, that's
been
what they
over.
did. But
They can't-
hello.
They can't. They can't just keep on doing that.
Yeah, and the thing about that is they know they're doing it. It's on camera.
getting away
it's
with
on
it.
recording, and they're getting away with it, and it's almost like we don't matter. And I was like, I just have to really, in my heart, hold me back, hold Banquisha back. In my heart, I'm going, am I the only one to see that?
Nah, you're not. I mean,
It's
like
it's
I
so
said,
obvious.
I'm back in the neighborhood. I was at the park one day. Somebody called, saying somebody loud. I'm like, man, anybody doing that up in here? I'm like, you know, we ain't taking no weapons and getting shot up here today. It ain't not on my watch.
Wait a minute. Furman, did you see Furman? Furman Lewis was on the show. His daughter, baby girl, Latisha, was Facebook
I grew up
Live.
with one of his daughters.
Facebook Live.
Oh yeah, he was telling me about that.
Did
The
you-
guy tasing, the police
Wait a
about to
minute.
shoot them instead of the taser.
The one guy, he was white. They had a taser gun, and him and the black person was in an altercation. The black man the white man had a weapon, a taser. They told him to sit down and took a statement.
Yeah,
They put the gun on the black couple.
right, exactly.
Now, people, I am not prejudiced. This was Facebook Live by Furman Lewis and Latisha. It was blasted everywhere. She took it step by step. We saw this happen. It's not like one of these random ones that was sent to me, like this email that was sent to me and I wind up going to this radio station. Why wouldn't they do the man with the taser gun the same way? Just like this recently.
Right.
A little girl went to school, 12 years old, with a gun in her backpack.
Yeah.
They say it was an accident, but you ain't gonna take a gun just to do show and tell like a Barbie doll.
No,
Hi,
no,
this
you're
is
not.
my gun. Hello?
Yeah.
You let an African American girl go up in there with a gun, whether it's in her backpack or not.
They gonna get put full
Gone.
of holes,
Gone.
like it's legal.
Now, what happened was, here's what happened. Now this is really, it's not being racist. This is truth coming out here. The backpack was in, the gun was in her backpack without the safety thing latched. And evidently, I guess she threw the backpack down or something, and the gun went through some wrist and went through the head of another person because she got bullied.
Right.
Now, her intent was probably the next person to bully me.
She was gonna
Bam.
pop him. Yeah.
Just so
up.
happened she didn't know how to handle the gun. The gun went off,
Yeah.
and it saved somebody's life.
Yes, it did.
But in the same situation we have seen, whether the African American was autistic, whatever, no questions asked, gone,
Out of here.
gone.
You know, like back to what I was saying, like last year, who was that incident happened? A black guy killed. Snoop Dog, the game. I was over there with him. We marched to the LAPD to talk to the chief of police.
Mm-hmm.
How many of y'all gonna keep killing us? You know, hey, y'all gonna have to stop this. You know, it's like a couple hundred people.
Mm-hmm.
Minister Tony Muhammad, Snoop Dogg gang, it's a lot of us. So, Preeti was with us. I'm like, it's interesting. That's when I really started getting involved. We got to start giving back. And if I call them out here, they gonna come in a heartbeat.
Yep, and see, you know what? Now they're releasing a lot of people that got on that 3 strikes or whatever, the marijuana thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna let them all out and this and that and the other. And how, oh, this is cocaine, but it's crack. And you get, what, a slap on the hand for this or not even arrested because, boom. That affluency thing where the little boy killed 4 people because he gets sent to a spa or a resort
Right.
for 2 years.
Hello. Now here it is. People get caught with a little weed or little drugs, get 25 to life.
Yep.
I know I got friends, but they passed the law. They got to let them out.
They got to let them out.
One of my good friends who killed, in the gang community, he been gone 40-something years.
Okay.
Ronald Jerome Smallwood, he should have been let go. He didn't serve his time, 40 years. Mm-hmm. Come on. If he could do more better on the streets than in jail, because it's like people will listen. If you be like a founder of a gang, they gonna listen to you. You know what I'm saying? They know it. So, I'm trying to work on some things to help get him out, and he could work with me on the streets, and it'd be 2 heads, 3 heads better than one.
Better than one.
Yeah.
And so that's where you're giving back to the community, taking some of your mistakes and helping other youth. And do you have any gang members that you're trying to talk out of that? Well, I don't know what the code is now because all 3 of my brothers were in the gang too. But it was the project. You know how you have the little project gangs. It wasn't these, this big one, where you go murder 3 people and you get a badge or whatever.
I went over to the Flint Ridge and somebody had told me to take the class over there. And I took the class. And
The Flint Ridge Foundation over there, yeah.
And when I went, I was like, oh, this is real, this is real good right here. And it was a lot of positive stuff. And I just seen Chris like 2 weeks ago, like, Stoney, if I call you, will you come be a guest speaker at my class? I said, I've been told you, anytime all you gotta do is call me. And by doing that class, it means a lot, because I was on probation at one time. They took me to jail for nothing. But the probation officer spoke up. He like, this Mr. Williams did everything we told him to do. These officers don't like him. Mm-hmm. He said, go talk to the supervisor. He said, oh, you taking this class? I said, yeah. He said, when you graduate? I said, next week. Bring the certificate here, I'm letting you out. So, hello?
See? That's it.
It's a positive thing. And I told Chris, give me a call, I'll be down there.
Mm-hmm.
Not just one class.
And Chris?
I do Chris Crockham.
Okay.
I told him I'd do a couple of classes, for him. If I could help anybody, that's part of my way of giving back. And I'm gonna get with him too, probably try to do like some open mic nights somewhere in Pasadena for the youngsters and bring them together so they won't be against each other.
I started out at Rose City when I started my program in the school system.
Yeah.
And so, as far as your education, where did you go to school here?
I was born and raised here in Pasadena. I went to Longfellow, Madison, McKinley, Pasadena High. I even went to PCC.
Uh-oh.
I didn't graduate, but I went.
You went,
because my uncle, he was there at Pasadena City College like 40-something years till he retired. Skip Robinson.
Okay, I don't know Skip. I know, Bobby Bradford?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Skip Robinson is one of the first African Americans head coach in junior college history.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Google, he's right here in Pasadena. He
Oh,
went and got
wow.
that new stadium, the Robinson Stadium built down there. So
Wow.
yeah, and Skip, he retired now, but he's still real active in the community.
Good,
That's,
good. So you come from strong.
oh
See,
yeah,
it's choices, people. We make our choices, and I made some real bad choices. I mean, I can't blame anybody but me. And then there's things that was done to me. It was horrific that I had no choice over. But like they say, you could take lemons and make lemonade.
that's right.
And or you could just wallow in it. There's people that's doing way worse than me, and it would take so long, and it would be joyful and depressing to hear my story. I'm about to cry just even mentioning it. But that's why I have people on to tell their story from different views. You have a smile to share. You have a smile to share. That's what you're here for.
Matter of fact, this is Black History Month.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I know they're gonna have the Black History Parade. I'm gonna be down there. That's gonna be a good time to like gather the troops. Hey, y'all come here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm gonna be down there. Not just me. I'm gonna get some G homies like me. Come on, let's go holler at them. And see where they head at, and ask them how can
You gonna
we help?
get a booth, or are you just gonna be at the
I
parade?
might try to get a booth or something this year. I might work on it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
with
know
Jarvis.
somebody that's got a booth.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
But I plan to be there. I'm gonna be there all day.
Yes,
So-
yes. Yeah, I know Pixie Boyden and Roland Bynum and myself, we've been, like co-hosting the Black History Parade for the last 4 years.
Right.
I don't know what for the 2018 year, but Jarvis Emerson and Horace Wormley and the whole group has been doing a wonderful. I was there at the when Christine was alive.
Right.
I was there, and Roy was my photographer.
Okay.
You remember Roy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was my photographer. Oh, back when I was in my 40s, when I was coming out there. So I've been involved. I've been in Pasadena since 1978 only.
Okay.
So I'm a newbie, I guess. But
Yeah.
a lot of these programs started around then.
Right.
And I have been inactive because I've been living between two cities, but I want to get really more actively involved in the community.
I'm going to try to take it to another level. So I took it up on myself that I said, okay, it couldn't be no better than Black History Month. That's going to be one of my first things. Quit that black on black crimes.
Yes, that's it.
Black is beautiful.
It is.
So.
Wait,
and
did I
love
open up
our
with my
people.
little flag here, my black, red, and green? I put it somewhere.
You just had it.
I know I just had it. I threw it. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
The black is for the people, and the red for the blood we shed,
That's
and
right.
the green is for the land. Africa, we all have African DNA.
From
We
the
really do.
motherland.
And we really, really, really have to be proud of that. This kente cloth I have I could just have a little graphic of it, but this piece of kente cloth I got in 1996, and I carry it with me to remind me I'm Ghana, Ashanti. I did my DNA, 75% Africa, and I want to go to Africa, not in an ash box or urn. I want to go living, and write documentaries about ours. We got to be proud. He was saying that we didn't stand for the flag, but look what they did to us. I mean, come on now.
Hello?
If anything, the most egregious act was when we were drug over here as slaves. We were kings, queens, teachers, doctors, lawyers in our land, and come over here to be just cattle. I mean, we can't trace our
Treated
history.
like dogs.
Yes, we can't even trace our history. And he's talking about immigrants and building a wall. Do you know California was Mexico?
Yes, it was.
California was Mexico, y'all. California was Mexico. Texas was Mexico. Now, who we building the wall? I don't get it. Maybe I don't know my politics or world history like that, but to me, somebody's in the wrong place, and I don't think it's us.
Yeah. It's a pleasure that I appreciate you having me on here. If it's any way that you need me, I can help.
Oh, definitely.
You got my number. I'm going to be a phone call away.
With your grandson could come on.
Okay.
I want to have more people real, not this,
Right.
this and the other. I got my PhD, and this and the other. sometimes I get so tired of that. Instead of us facing that elephant in the room, people.
There you go, right
We
there.
need to face the elephant in the room. Donna Brazile, one of my favorite people, because she faced the elephant, she no longer in her position. What's your words of wisdom, real quick, in your camera? What do you want to say directly?
I just want to say I'm going to do everything that I can to better the African American community here. It's time to give back. You know, I want to give back. I want to help. And I'm going to be there to do everything possible I can in this community where I was born and raised. Because I feel responsible for stuff, you know, that how I grew up. And that's kind of part of my way of giving back, trying to help the youth. You know, steer them away from gangs, try to have after-school programs, mic nights, you know, rapping any way possible. And I'm gonna have a lot of group of guys working with me. So,
you know, if you want to have a mic night here, you want to, Aletha J, my cousin, the directing this show, she could sing, and she could maybe help me. I'm not a singer, I'm a talker and a foodie, but maybe we could get some of the youth that have some skills come on, say, look, Smile said we could have a night. Can you get something ready?
That's a
and
good
boom, boom,
idea.
boom.
And then I might, if it's okay, I might have a couple of my friends that's real artists come and look on, you know?
That's it. Okay, you heard me, Aletha J. Songbird. Here, we got Stoney here in Pasadena, right?
Yes.
Here I am, I'm smiling, and I'm gonna work with you. And you know what? You have to work your purpose. That's what you're here for. You're here to smile. And I'm gonna leave you on that. Go give me something to eat and get some more wisdom from Stoney.
Man,
Thank you so much.
Thank you anytime. Anytime. It's a pleasure.